What's up, guys? Evergreen Fly Guy. We're gonna be doing a another fly tonight for this video. I've been trying to upload 3 times a week. I know my upload's been kind of sporadic, but I'm trying to do 2 or 3 times a week. I know you guys really liked the kayak first part, and hopefully I'm gonna be having a second part for that coming this Monday, I think. And the unboxing, everybody seemed to like that, so I appreciate all the support on that. Just for tonight, we got another fly video, but we got more stuff coming up very soon. So let's just get into it. Alright guys, so tonight we're going to be doing a Bucktail Deceiver. And I'm using some of the hooks I got from the big unboxing video that eBay I got, so I'm not entirely sure about the size of this hook. I'm just trying to go for something that I think would fit it good, and this seems to be a if I had to take a guess, I'd say probably a 4 to a, you know what, I actually think it's probably about a 4 streamer hook with the eyelet turned down. I don't think it matters, you could probably use an eyelet turned up one and be just fine. Now, this is a pretty simple fly. We're going to start by just putting a little white thread on the hook shank here. And just kind of take it all the way down. You don't have to make like a super thick thread bed here on the hook shank. We're just going to just take it down. Just like this, just to get to the bottom of the shank here. I'm going to come to about right here where the barb starts. Cut this. Oh, I'm using my old scissors. I wonder where my good ones are at. There we are. And obviously, as the name implies, we're doing some bucktail. Now, my bucktail has been chewed up by my dog, so I have to go through the little scraps here and determine what's the longer part of the buck hair and the shorter top part of that bucktail. Now, this is definitely some of the longer stuff, so I'm just going to grab a good chunk, and it needs to be enough to wrap the hook shank. So go ahead and pick out your piece and then cut it off. You're left with that. Strip out the fibers, the bad fibers that are going to get caught up and stuff. Get a good grip on it. I'll back this up just a little bit more. And I'm going to go over it once, twice, and keep it kind of tight. Now I'm going to move this around the shank of the hook here, so it's all around it equally. Now that I've got that done, you can go ahead and start reeling this in and getting it all locked in together. Now, if you wanted to, you could take this buck hair that's left right here and you could cut it with your scissors. For this, I'm just going to roll it in. Just keep it all tucked in and tight. There we go, just keeping it all together. So, you know, you won't get every little piece tied down, but that's okay. I'm going to come about midway right here. We're going to put a whip finish on here just to keep it secure. And I actually picked up a new whip finish tool because I was getting a little annoyed with the other one because of how easy it slipped off this back little hook right here. And this is just a Dr. Slick, I think it's rated for bass actually, whip finish tool. So this is the first time I'm using it, guys, so I'll tell you how I like it. It's definitely a lot lighter than my other one. That's something I'm going to have to get used to. Let's see. Start over again there. Pulled it a little too tight. You can definitely tell you get used to a certain tool. Gosh, this is like completely relearning something for me. And it's not even that much different. slack. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, this turns easy. Just a few right there. Then I like to crank back, you know, just to that middle section. I know I just moved the camera a little bit. There we go. And at this point, I'm gonna grab a little bit of flash. Now you could use a pearl flash if you wanted to, but I have a little bit of, if I can find it, there we go. I have a little bit of red flash. I kind of feel like a red flash would look good in this. And my reasoning for that is I think the white and the red contrast pretty well together. And on top of that, I'm hoping it'll make this bait, the Bucktail Deceiver is obviously supposed to be a bait fish imitation. Perhaps it'll, with my thinking, I'm hoping maybe it'll make it look like it's wounded and bleeding a little bit. Now I'm just getting this secure so these can't move. Just right here at the bottom first. Now I take them and sets of 2. Twist it back, crank on it a little bit. That sets that on that side. Take the other one or other 2, whatever one you have on either side, and I do the same to the opposite side. And you just go back up. Now I like to take and I loosely grab all of these. Don't pull them too tight or they'll warp themselves. And just cut right there to match the tail. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find another long strip of this white bucktail, because we're about to repeat what we just did. Cut this off. Let's just know what you're seeing right now is me cutting this bucktail, cleaning it out a little bit. There we go. Position myself about midway on this. Pull that back. Alright. Go and give it around about 2 times. Semi-tight, space it around the hook shank just like we did the other one. You can kind of see it's already flowing with the other one pretty nicely. Now I'm going to get that, now tighten it. And we're going to collect all of this right here once more. If it started to get, you can continuously move this around pretty easy, this bucktail, as you're doing this. So if you think that you've pulled it too far to one side, you can very easily fix it. Alright, so same concept. I'm just weeding some of that stuff out. I'm actually going to take more of the red flash. Some of the stuff I just used because we had plenty left over from whenever we recut it. And I'm going to put that right in there. Pull that away so those don't tangle together. I'm going to hold that tight with that hand so I can wrap it in and lock it in place here. There we go. And I'm going to grab 2 from one side, pull it to this side, lock it in, 2 from this side, lock it in. I'm going to take that, measure it out. That's good. Measure it out. Looks good. Actually, I think I have a straight here that's a little too long. Now, if you wanted, you could stagger these red pieces so they kind of twist all around, not just to one side or the other. And then on top of that, you could shorten the lengths on them. All right, now I'm going to start, and I'm going to try to find a shorter piece of bucktail for these last 2 I'm going to put on. If you can't really find a shorter piece, you could always just take your bucktail and cut it a little bit, but cut from the front. That way you get the, that's quite a bit long. That way you get the chunkier ends off instead of the wispy ends, because we want to keep the wispy ends. Starting to wonder if I have any short stuff in here. Oh gosh, it's all long. All long. Okay. I might have to cut down a piece, but I don't want to waste any if I have it. Okay. So I'm just going to grab a piece of this. It is slightly shorter, but I don't think it's short enough. Let me grab a clump and measure, and then we'll decide. Clear out that, pull that out. Okay. Yeah, so let me cut a little bit off the base of this. It's a little bit better. I think cut off about another little section there. Yeah, alright, that'll be good there. Same thing, over about 2 times. So pull that out of the way. Twist it around as you need it. And we're gonna lock her in place. To save space, I'm going to cut this. Just trying to consolidate some of our space. Still have enough room, but I like to be able to do it comfortably. Now, once again, you could put in some more flash if you want to. If you think you've overdone the flash, you don't have to put in more. If you wanted to mix it up and maybe put in some regular pearl flash, that's fine too. For the sake of this, I'm just going to grab another couple strands. Whew, got a sprig of marabou wanting to join. And I'm going to tie it in, and I'm going to stagger these pieces. So I'm just locking that in. Sorry, I wanted to see if I could grab a few more of those fibers. And I'm going to take, I'm going to take this piece up here. Like that. This piece that decided it wanted to curl up with my thread, I'm going to take to the very bottom. And then snip it. Okay. I have red running all through this, not a red flash in there. Now I'm going to take another of this strip of this bucktail and cut it out. Alright. There's a lot to strip right here. Shorten it down a little bit because I know I'm going to need to. A little bit shorter, I think. Okay, that'll work. Same thing, a couple tight ones or semi-tight ones around it, lock it down, twist it around, get it how it needs to be. Just shaped up with the rest of the fly. Go ahead and pull tight and lock it down. Alright guys, I'm back. That took a minute actually to get this thread fixed. Don't know what was going on with that, but it was just not wanting to cooperate whatsoever. So, at this point, I'm just building this thread head right here. There is some bucktail running through the eyelid here, and there's a few ways you can get rid of that, but I'm actually just going to make it easier on myself. I'm just going to finish the fly and then cut it out. Too far back there. Alright, put a little whip finish on it. Do like 4 or 5. I say 4 or 5, then do like 8 every time. Then I'm going to put a little head cement on it. You could use whatever you want. That's just what I happen to have. I've been thinking about going back to the UV glue, but I need to get a UV light. They're all kind of like pricey for a light, so I don't know, I'm just finding reasons not to do it. Now this kind of looks frizzled and crazy and stuff. It's not. What you need to do is you need to put it in some water. And, you know, like you'll see how it's supposed to look when it fishes. And it's going to be a lot more padded bag. And then after that, just hang it up and let it dry. And that's gonna bring it to what it should actually look like. And it'll store better in your box that way too. But alright guys, that's been the Deer Hair Deceiver. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's been the Deer Hair Deceiver. It's kind of a rocky path on that. For such a simple fly, I broke my thread 3 different times, so my new whip finish tool is taking me some getting used to. It was a butt kicker for such a simple fly, but you guys won't see too much of that because it makes for too long of a video. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for that next kayak fishing build part. Really excited for that. I actually went out and fished the other day and I took some footage of it, but we just got absolutely skunked. So there's going to be some fishing videos coming as soon as we find some places and it warms up a little bit. It's just been ridiculously cold all of a sudden here. But get out there and catch some fish, guys.